Welcome to Bible Shorts, Episode 18. Is my father still alive? Welcome back. Well, remember last week we learned how Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream in which God was warning Pharaoh there was going to be a famine. And Joseph was put in charge of gathering and storing grain for Egypt during the 7 years of plenty. The 7 years of plenty came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began, just as Joseph had said. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold to the Egyptians. And moreover, all the world came to Joseph in Egypt to buy grain, because the famine became severe throughout all the surrounding countries. Now, when Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why do you just keep looking at each other? I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us, so that we may live and not die." Then 10 of Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt. But Jacob did not send Benjamin, Joseph's brother, with the others, because he was afraid that harm might come to him. Now Joseph was the governor of the land, the person who sold grain to all the people. So when Joseph's brothers arrived, they bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him, and he spoke harshly to them. "Where do you come from?" he asked. "From the land of Canaan," they replied, "to buy food." "You are spies. You have come to see where our land is unprotected. Your servants are 12 brothers, the sons of one man who lives in the land of Canaan. The youngest is now with our father, and one is no more." Joseph said to them, "It is just as I told you. You are spies." And he put them all in custody for 3 days. But on the 3rd day, Joseph said to them, "Do this and you will live, for I fear God. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers stay here in prison, while the rest of you go and take the grain back to your starving households. But you must bring your youngest brother to me, so that your words may be verified and that you may not die." They said to one another, "Surely we are being punished because of our brother Joseph." And Reuben said, "Didn't I tell you not to sin against the boy? But you wouldn't listen. Now we must give an accounting for his blood." They did not realize that Joseph could understand them, since he was using an interpreter. He turned away from them and began to weep, but then came back and spoke to them again. He had Simeon taken from them and bound before their eyes. Then Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain and to put each man's silver back in his sack, and to give them provisions for their journey. And after this was done for them, they loaded their grain on their donkeys and left. Now when they came back to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan, they told him all that had happened, and that Simeon was in jail, and that they were supposed to bring their youngest brother back to Egypt to get Simeon back. And then as they were emptying their sacks, there in each man's sack was his pouch of silver. All of them had their silver back in their sacks. And when they saw this, they and their father were frightened. Time passes, and the grain they purchased in Egypt is running out. And the brothers determined to go back to Egypt. But Jacob says, "My son will not go down there with you. His brother is dead, and he is the only one left. If harm comes to him on this journey you're taking, you will bring my gray head down to the grave in sorrow." What happens next? Look for Bible Shorts, Episode 19, Benjamin in Egypt.